Visionaries, welcome back to Planet Venus, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and I hope you enjoy today's video. Before I get started with today's video, I wanted to bring to you guys a tool that I came across in terms of designing logos. So it's called Design Evo, and Absolute Venus viewers have a special promo code if you wanted to check out the tool, and if you like what you see, to get a special discount on your first download. So I'm going to show a brief tutorial in the middle of this video so that you guys can see the tool. And also, if you do like it, then utilize the promo code. I am not an affiliate for Design Evo, so don't feel like I'm trying to convert you to use their service, but I found it pretty easy. And if I wanted access to quick designs and an opportunity to download those files and have the rights for those files, I can easily design logos for my clients or for myself and utilize those at any time. So again, stay tuned for that. And let's get started. Today I wanted to show you both of the interfaces for Printful and Printify in case you were using one and not familiar with the other, what products they have, ease of uploading designs to the different products, just the interface and components overall. So I wanted to show that to you guys. And then if you do not currently have a POD partner that you work with and you're thinking about launching a Shopify store or an Etsy store or integrating it with eBay or whatever your focus is, and you just want to kind of take a look at in comparison the differences between the two and get some perspective on which one I found to be the easiest in certain aspects versus others. That's what I want to bring to you guys today. So right here is the Printful interface versus the Printify interface. Both are pretty simple to utilize. Like I mentioned in one of my other videos, the reason why I moved away from using Printful for my fulfillment partner with my Etsy store was because of the fulfillment times of the shirts and the mishaps that kept happening as my first 20-30 orders came through. When I first launched my Etsy store, it was just, too nerve-wracking for me. So I just went ahead and started using Printify instead. But generally, the assortment of products on both is pretty decent. As you can see here, Printful has an assortment of men's clothing, unisex tees, tops, tank tops, hoodies, sweatshirts, leggings, all kinds of clothing, along with women's, children's clothing, similar tops and things, and then hats, snapback hats, winter type of hats that you could get embroidery on. As well as other accessories and home accessories. So one focus that I am having right now as I'm switching out my portfolio of designs on Etsy is focusing more on the warmer weather clothing and accessories. So you definitely obviously want to check out the tank tops that Printful has. If you choose to use Printful for your fulfillment partner, they have all kinds of the standard tank tops, and you can see based on the quality of the tank tops where they start in terms of pricing, and the royalty structure related to that is up to you based on how high you want to price a tank top. So at a base level, this Bella & Canvas 3480 is kind of a standard mid-range tank top, starts at $14.95 for you, and then you obviously charge upwards of that. So let's see if we can find the Bella & Canvas 3480 so that you could just see a quick comparison. And we're looking for Bella & Canvas 3480. So right off the bat over here on Printify, which is the print partner that I use now for various reasons, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but you're going to find that Printify has much better royalties based on the shirt. So you can find the same Bella & Canvas 3480 over here on Printify from $11.30, and then if you're a Printify premium member, which if you're interested in that, I can show you what that means, but you get it for an even lesser price per tank top. So let's go in a little bit and go into the details here. And the biggest difference between Printful and Printify is the fact that they're sort of a clearinghouse for printers, so you can choose different printers based on which one you're most comfortable with using. And I recommend that if you do utilize Printify, that you put up some designs and order samples for yourself so that you'll know the print quality of Dream Junction in California versus My Locker in Michigan in the US versus Art Gun in Florida in the US, and they all have different production times for printing, and then 3 to 5 business days after that for shipping and fulfillment to your customer. So here you can see the average fulfillment times right now. Last week they were 1.4 days for DJ, but now it's 2.1. So it's very kind of real time based on the volume of orders that they have to fulfill. They update their fulfillment times accordingly, which is very comforting for me because I kind of want to know as soon as something sells in Etsy, I can hop over here and kind of give an estimate or have an estimate in mind for my customer in case they ask as to how long it will take for their items to get there. With Printful just gives you a general, it takes 10, anywhere from 8 to 10 business days for fulfillment, and I found that it took longer than that in some cases for my clients, for my customers to get their shirts. So I, again, I'm a little biased here and utilize Printify for a lot of my printing. There are very few things I still use Printful for because I don't want it to be a nail-biting process each time one of my customers orders something to see whether they're going to get it in a reasonable time frame. So as you can see, the variety of tank tops here is immense. You have about 6 different types here versus, so again, you can utilize different printers depending on which one you're most comfortable with and produces your clothing the way you want it to look in the vibrant colors you want and of color choices that you want versus $14.95. So you make a couple extra dollars in royalties there. So that's another plus that I like about Printify because you have more control over the printing vendor you use and have more transparency in terms of what those fulfillment times will be. So the other thing, so tank tops are a must. For women's clothing, I know a lot of folks do kind of the unisex tanks and the unisex t-shirts, but I also try to look for some uniqueness in the shirt types. So let's go back to and look at women's clothing. So let's just look at some of the t-shirts that are available there. So you have t-shirts, and then we have tanks and raglans and long sleeves, hoodies, all of that, the standard stuff. But for some of the shirts, different types of shirts, so they have crop tops, which is really cool. I was looking for a slouchy top for a couple of my designs as we get toward the summertime, and I couldn't find it on Printful. The crop tops was closest to what I was looking for, but not quite. So I went over to Printify and looked through the women's clothing here and found exactly what I was looking for. So the slouchy top that I was mentioning to you guys, let me see if I can find that. Something just simple tri-blend. So this is the next level, $67.60, and it starts at $13. So if you have a little cute shirt like this with a design that appeals to women in the summertime where they can wear it off the shoulder with their jeans, you're winning. and it's similar in pricing to some of the standard t-shirts that we have, like, now not the Gildan 5000, but if you're doing something like a Bella and Canvas or something a little bit higher end, the Bella and Canvas 6035 versus the Bella and Canvas 3001, which is generally a unisex t-shirt. The t-shirts, Bella and Canvas t-shirts, feel pretty good in general, so you're not going to go wrong and have a totally ill-fitting, uncomfortable shirt there. But just if you're doing something a little bit unique, higher end, and you want v-neck or slouchy tops or something that's a little bit different than what they can get on Merch by Amazon or in other folks' Etsy stores, I would encourage you to just take a look. Sometimes that's just the one difference that's going to make you the sale, because it looks a little bit different. So here is the another slouchy top, the Bella and Canvas 8816. So I was just looking for that kind of variety for summertime, so I could put some of the designs on my shirts and designs on those shirts. And I've made sales on Etsy already, and a lot of inquiries. Can you put this design and that design on that t-shirt type? So that, you know, is kind of what you want, and something to make your product line a little bit more distinctive than the next person selling a t-shirt with the same thing. So this particular slouchy top is available via Dream Junction at $14.85 a shirt, which isn't bad. And I think I sell these at like $22. So $8-9 royalty. That's where I'm trying to get in general, not just with my Etsy store, but those of you in the merch community as well. That's on Merch by Amazon. That's what I'm getting on a lot of my shirts these days, especially the tank tops, standard tees. I'm kicking up the game and charging $24.95, $25.95 for some of these shirts. So I'm getting about $8 or $9 in royalties versus $5 or $2 or whatever that I used to get before. Starting my shirts out in $19.99 now and getting that $5 and something cents per, and then kicking it up from there once I see it's a pretty popular shirt. So I don't start shirts at $13.07, the lowest price possible anymore, because once your shirt starts selling, as I mentioned on another video, you're kind of setting the stage for your shirt not to increase in value. Once people start seeing that they're selling, they're going to try to do something similar at a lower price. So when are you ever able to raise the price, unless you are lucky and happen to get a review or something that kind of puts it in another category? So just a little something to see here. So we talked about tank tops. We also talked about kind of slouchy tops, things to differentiate from the regular t-shirts. Also raglan tees, things of that nature that will help you stand out from the rest. Crop tops. Also, let's think about accessories as well. If you have the opportunity to have a store, Shopify, Etsy, whatever it is, there's swimwear on both. So whatever's appropriate there. Again, they have the sublimation flip-flops on Printful. I haven't double checked to see if they have flip-flops on Printify. They have bags, jewelry, cell phone cases, socks, towels. So maybe you want to do beach towels. That's a scarf there, but I think they have a hooded blanket, so that's not what we might want. But just looking for other kind of accessories. Maybe it's at home and living, the towels, because I know I saw them somewhere. So they have towels here, home type of accessories, things of that nature. So just getting creative with that stuff and seeing what products. So you might have to use a combination of Printify and Printful, but in terms of t-shirts, I definitely see that the value per shirt and the royalties that you can get per shirt is at least $1 to $2, $3 more based on the shirt cost, the shirt type cost that you choose. Kids clothing is similar. It's a similar variety there. So in comparison, you just have to do a little bit of legwork and choose which one you want to utilize. But the process to upload your designs is pretty easy on both. You just go in and choose the shirt type that you want to utilize for your design. Let's try this next level 4600 shirt, and then you could order a sample of the shirt before you even put your designs on there. It's just up to what you want to do. And then you choose which technique you want to print. They even do embroidery over here on Printful as well, but I just, go with the standard printing. So once you choose your shirt, then you can go in and choose the whatever printing vendor, and then you start designing on Printify, and you bring in and add your design in, and then you change the color choices to what makes sense for that. And you add your design and add it to your store, and it's a pretty simple interface if you're used to utilizing Redbubble or Merch by Amazon or whatever it is. And then you put in your product description and all that fun stuff, that the usual process. But I just encourage you to poke around, take a look, and see what makes sense in terms of your shirt types. And then the one thing that I do as well is also copying the sizing chart for these. So it's much easier to find the sizing chart in Printify, because I don't even use Printful that much anymore. But I do a screen capture of the sizing chart. I have them all named in my Etsy folder, and do a screenshot of the sizing chart, and then add that as one of the photos in on the back end when I'm uploading the shirt to Etsy, so that people can see clearly what the sizing chart is. They have it if you're in a different country. They have it in terms of centimeters as well, depending on, what makes sense to the part of the world that you're in. But I just find it to be an easier interface, much quicker fulfillment, more choice in the print partner that I use, and better royalties. So that's what I had to share with you guys today. The variety, I'm changing up again my portfolio of designs to make sure that I have the appropriate types for the summertime, whether it be bathing suits, flip-flops, slouchy tops, tank tops, unique style t-shirts out there, to utilize that to differentiate your portfolio a little bit more, especially with those images, those photos that's kind of lifestyle-ish, with the shirt and roses, and then the cute sneakers with the jeans. That's, in those types of photos, you want your images to stand out as well if you're posting them to social media and other things. So just anything you can do to make your posting unique, instead of just having the 50th, 60th, 100th, 1000th shirt with the designer saying you have on it. Maybe what's going to differentiate you is that it's on a tank top. I found that on Merch by Amazon that is what has gotten me a boost in sales on certain designs, is just because there's 5,000 shirts of a similar saying or something in standard t-shirt style. There might not be any v-necks. There might be only 2 tank tops. So you have to come up from edit from that angle as well, until the shirt types don't get you that differentiation anymore. Why not utilize it while you can? So that's what I had to share with you guys today. You guys comment below and let me know if you use either Printful or Printify for your store, and what your thoughts are about that. What do you prefer? Which one has worked best for you? And if you haven't seen my original Printful versus Printify video, please take a look at that one as well, because I share additional information about why I chose Printify and reopening my Etsy store and all of that fun stuff. If you're interested in learning more about Design Evo, here we go with a quick tutorial about the tool. And again, make sure to utilize the code below, special for Absolute Venus, Planet Venus Visionaries. So thank you and enjoy. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the site that I was talking about is Design Evo, and you can make logos on this site either for your own business or your clients' businesses, but they have 9,000 plus templates to use. So I came across this and saw that it was pretty easy to make a logo. So I'm going to show you guys the interface here, and it's web-based, as you can see. And so it loads a database of design templates, and the templates vary across all kinds of businesses. So you can see the categories down the left side there and see what they have on the right side. And so as you can see, the templates here are pretty extensive, easy to use. They're simple. You can bring in your own graphics or utilize the ones here, but let's just take a look in business and finance. You can see the varying different ones based on whatever company, industry you're designing for. They pretty much have simple templates and graphics for anything that you want to design. So let's do a quick walk through and design a logo on the fly here, and then I'll show you the quick process that's easy to preview it, pay for it, and download it as well. So let's choose this logo and just simply enter a logo name. So we're going to put Gaming Kings here, and then a slogan is optional, so I'll just leave that and let it generate, and then we can add in our caption or slogan later if we decide to. So it'll take a couple of seconds here to generate. And as we can see here, we can customize the font, add our slogan in. We can even bring art in of our own if we didn't like that game controller. Obviously, we need to have the rights to utilize any of these in the logo. So any graphics that you bring in, if they're not custom to you, just make sure that you have the rights to utilize them, just like we do on our t-shirts or any other designs that we have. And so you can change, as you can see, the color to any one of these elements, move the elements around, switch some out. It just depends on what you're looking for, but it's pretty simple. It's a WYSIWYG interface. What you see is what you get, so you are used to utilizing these if you use the Merchant Former design tool or other proprietary design tools to mock up designs. So you can change the color of things. So this looks good to me, so I give you some ideas of how that would look on various mediums, just so you can see if it's to your liking. And we can download that, and I'll show you how to check out utilizing the code. So let's choose the $49.99, the full package here, and we would go to create an account utilizing your Facebook account or Google if you have Gmail, whichever method makes sense for you. Once you create the account, then you would utilize the code after your account has been successfully registered and be able to create or continue on with the payment process and finalize your transaction. And so once you're ready to do that, you're taken to this page here to check out and choose your payment method. If you have a coupon, then you would click here and enter the coupon code below in the description to get the special discount. So it's limited to 5 individuals who want to utilize the code, and it's good until June 5th. So hurry if you want to try it. It's 30% off utilizing the promo code below. That's as simple as that. So I thought I would bring that tool to you guys again. I'm not an affiliate for Design Evo. I just saw that it was an easy, quick way to design logos if you don't have a background in using Adobe Illustrator, things of that nature, and you just want to design a quick logo. That's one way to do it. Look forward to hearing from you guys. I will be back with another video on Thursday, And we'll share more with you on Merch by Amazon, POD, Printful, Etsy, Redbubble, the universe that is POD and entrepreneurship. I thank you for tuning in. And until next time, be well and peace, family.